Boko Haram should lay their arms unconditionally and be accepted in the community. Opportunities are out there for them. They can be rehabilitated. An ex-Boko Haram stands having laid his arms and comes back, turns his way away from his negativity. He stands to be a president of this country. He stands to aspire to any position in this country. Why is he wasting his time when he cannot even deliver? We will do that, but we have...
Of December 2023, while the Nigerian Army UAV platforms were conducting armed reconnaissance around the vicinity of Riawa, Ruma, the drone observed the movement of people suspected to be bandits, and having trailed them for some time, a decision was taken to conduct a strike based on the observation of some tactics usually employed by bandits. Unfortunately, the reports we got thereafter revealed that it was innocent civilians that the drone conducted a strike on. And so, with the report emerging, I feel it is very essential to come physically to the ground, first to commiserate with the people of Tudumbiri that suffered the unfortunate incident of the Nigerian Army drone strike on the 3rd of December 2023, leading to loss of lives. And secondly, having assessed the situation on the ground myself, to be able to determine the kind of inquiry that will be conducted by the Nigerian Army to forestall reoccurrence of this kind of unfortunate incident going forward. And also to look around this community and even extending beyond to be able to determine the kind of operations we need to conduct going forward. And that is the sole purpose of coming here this day.
Okay, so Mr. President has directed that...
It's already set up an inquiry, but coming here on the ground, it has given me an idea of the kind of expertise we need to bring onto the committee that is conducting the inquiry, for us to have an holistic view and to be able to law-abiding citizens. More so that the unfortunate incident that happened on Sunday occurred as a result of error on the part of Nigerian Army personnel. So we are ready to take responsibility for the medical bills of those ones in the hospital, and also provide other support to the entire community so that they can live their life more worthwhile.
Just like you rightly said, many people here are saying Kaduna is not Gaza. Well, and the people here are faulting the Nigerian Army intelligence gathering mechanism, saying extensive measures ought to have been taken to avert such collateral damage. It's also not a known fact that it's a known fact that terrorists embed themselves among civilians, making it difficult for the army or the Nigerian forces to differentiate between innocent civilians and terrorists. But however, people in Kaduna State are saying more intelligence gathering should have been carried out before that airstrike. And in terms of the number of casualties, yesterday I was at the Barao Diko Specialist Teaching Hospital to move around to see for myself, and I can tell you of a truth, the affected victims are in a dire situation. And as regards the number of casualties, I spoke to a relative of one of the affected victims who said that as at when the strike occurred, over 80 persons died on the spot. And at the Barao Diko Teaching Hospital, 66 persons, injured persons, are currently receiving medical attention from that medical facility here in Kaduna State.
All right, thanks very much, Nisi. Now, really heartbreaking to see the footage coming in from Kaduna State, from the hospital there. However, in a statement released by the Director, Defense Media Operations, a press release with regards to the incident, the airstrike, the accidental airstrike, he mentioned the fact that they had, communities had been advised to alert military troops when they had activities, as they had with the Maulud celebrations last night, being one of the reasons perhaps for that mistake. Also, a few other things where he highlighted. Do you think that the press release has been well received by community members members, or to assuage, at least perhaps bring some comfort to the people from that particular press release?
Yes, to an extent, the press release has actually been received well by the people of Kaduna State, and also coupled with efforts put in place by the Kaduna State government, because yesterday the deputy governor of the state, in the person of Hadiza Olarabe, met with heads of security agencies, clerics, and also traditional rulers almost immediately after the incident, to alert them of what has happened, and to also speak to them to go back to the communities to persuade the people, to let them know that indeed this is an accidental airstrike. It was not intended, but the state government and the Nigerian military will bear full responsibility, and they will provide succor for them. So I think the clerics here in the states and the traditional leaders have taken that message back, and also the state government has dispatched a top government official. They will be moving to the area today to assess the situation and the level of damage, and also to revert back to the government on ways the state government can lessen the pains of the families of those that have been affected. So largely the statement by the defense headquarters was received to an extent, but people are still faulting the intelligence gathering mechanism of the Nigerian army. They say, especially those affected, they say their folks were killed by those people who are supposed to protect them, and that's a strong statement. However, the military has provided a lot of reasons why the accidental airstrike happened, and many people are hoping moving forward such incidents would not happen again, because it's one too many. I stumbled on the statistics by SBM Intelligence, which was published early this year, February to be precise, and from that statistics it shows that over 300 civilians have been killed by accidental airstrike by the Nigerian Air Force since 2017. However, we have another sad incident before us, but this time around not by the Nigerian Air Force, but by the Nigerian Army, who have taken full responsibility of their action. And they say they'll provide succor to those that have been affected, they'll take care of the medical bills, and they'll also provide succor to their families.
Please, let's get to the facts of the matter. The Army has taken responsibility. Was this strike done by fighter jets or a drone? What really happened? And we've been able to gather that, so it's not only the Air Force that, do this flights and, and all of that. Because just only recently, I was talking to a security expert here. We're talking, and they touted the importance of the Super Tucano to avoid things like this, more precision bombing and things like that. So I want you to give us the full details of what happened.
Yes, in getting to the facts, just like you rightly pointed out, the Nigerian Air Force are not the only people carrying out such operations in the Northwest. And the Nigerian Army did say, especially in that statement released by the Defense Headquarters, that it was a UAV, in other words, an unarmed aerial vehicle that was used for that accidental airstrike.